One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.
Well, thank you, Matt, and thank you for the opportunity to speak with you. I think this is an interesting question and certainly one that I've been intimately involved with in my first 2 years here at Holy Cross. I think it's very important for any new athletic director to be able to articulate a clear vision for your athletic department under your leadership. And oftentimes a capital project can help you because it's a physical manifestation of that vision, and it's easily identifiable to your fan base. And there's tons of ways to build a building, but in my experience, it always has core elements of private fundraising, and that's no different here at Holy Cross. We had a tremendous first 18 months, and that we went out, first finalized our plans for our project and started making those plans public, but then went out on the fundraising trail and started articulating that vision to some of our closest donors, and we found not only were they engaged, but they also had the capacity to support these goals in our vision, and we were fortunate to get the single largest gift ever to Holy Cross, and $33.5 million, and then another $20 million gift behind it. And what that created was a groundswell of interest amongst our fan base that helped a few more people get involved at a little bit lower level, but then for us to go before our board of trustees and get approval and now break ground on our project in December. So some of those early wins have really defined the momentum that we have behind our athletic department, and it's critically important because it shows our student athletes, our coaches, and our staff internally, and then externally our alums and our fans, that real progress is underway. And that momentum builds on itself, and it becomes a movement. And we're experiencing that right now at Holy Cross, but it doesn't start without a vision and oftentimes a project, a physical project where people can get behind that movement. I think you're absolutely right. You were going to need significant gifts to build a project of any scope, but you're also oftentimes, to get those folks involved, you're going to need influencers, and oftentimes these are folks that aren't able to give that top level gift, but their involvement and their support of the project is critically important to getting others involved, and they're seen as the influencer or the tipping point that maybe motivates someone with a little bit greater capacity to answer the call and step in for a stretch gift on a really important project because others are involved, or there's a groundswell, or a few key influences are really out driving the train behind how important it really is. The piece that I really wanted to make sure we hit is that the early fundraising success was critically important because it helps with our buy-in of our current staff. It's also helped me to go out and recruit talented new coaches and staff when we have openings at Holy Cross. They keep moving our organization forward, but without a large project and the progress that folks have seen on this scale at Holy Cross, I don't know that we would be able to, one, motivate internally, but also recruit externally to keep moving the agenda forward.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.